welcome to another episode of A Talk of Opportunity. This is Jose, and with me as usual, Andrew.
Okay.
And we have made it around the sun one more time. Congratulations, everybody.
I'm kind of hoping it gets better, but I know it won't. I know it won't. I think this might be the only time that I actually did wish for world peace on Christmas.
Yeah, I mean that. Let's just play the festive music.
I'm crying into my eggnog.
I can't take it anymore.
Baby, it's cold ass. I know you can't play that song anymore.
We're gonna get copyright claimed.
What did you put in my drink?
That lady just wanted to get laid. Okay, people are host shaming her.
You know, the thing is like I hear a lot of people. Hold on, I'm stirring the whiskey in my eggnog because it all floated to the top. Spoilers, I'm having whiskey and eggnog.
Well, we haven't done the little bit after the...
Yeah, I know. All right, anyways.
All right, Andrew.
What was I saying?
It's the Christmas time. Very festive time of year.
And while we're getting into the Christmas spirit, let's talk about the spirits that we'll be imbibing in...
Isn't that the same?
I'm gonna stop talking.
Isn't that the same line that you used last year?
Probably. I think it was the exact same line. Play it back. Wow, it's Christmas spirit.
Can you imagine? This is our second Christmas episode. Did you ever think we were making this far?
Nope.
Me neither.
Because you were like, what are we going to talk about in the Christmas episode? I'm like, shit. we kind of already covered like the only thing we can't talk about.
No, we can do a little update on new things.
Yeah, that's true.
I like your new place, by the way. Congratulations. Not a lot of fireplaces in Florida.
Yeah, especially not a stone one.
Yeah,
I can't stay here for long because this is not my place. So,
what are you doing? What are you drinking today, Andrew?
I am having myself a good old cup of eggnog, mixed with a hearty splash of Woodford Reserve.
How is it?
Huh?
How is it? Isn't eggnog just like scrambled eggs?
Oh, it's delicious. Ooh, a little too much of the Woodford Reserve.
I'm drinking the most festive ale I had in my
mango cart.
It's actually not too far off. Never too late for summer. Yeah. I didn't have anything festive in my fridge.
I didn't either. That's why I ran real quick to grab some eggnog. I mean, there's... Oh, God.
Oh, they got it on it. Happy Christmas. That's it.
Yeah, it just slowly the shortest episode just slowly fade out to Happy Christmas, War is Over by John Lennon.
Oh man.
But no, I was like, I don't have anything festive, so that's why I just ran across the street real quick, got a thing of like store brand eggnog.
I like eggnog. It's weird. It's a very American thing. Like the first time I ever had it was here. Latinos have something similar. Like Puerto Ricans have coquitos and like.
Oh, I love coquito.
Coquito's great, and then Venezuelans have. Well, I forgot the name of it, but it's very close. It's just without coconut. So it's more like an Irish cream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we make something similar to that.
That actually reminds me, when I was working in the pharmacy, we had 2 Puerto Rican pharmacists. Is it good?
This is amazing.
What is it? What type of beer is it?
It's Berliner Weiser.
Oh, sweet. By the way, we don't have a subject, so if we want to talk about beer for the next hour and a half, we will. This is our Christmas present to ourselves.
This episode, we're going to reminisce about the crappiest year ever.
This is the beer episode.
We're going to drink.
Heather, just go ahead and turn it off
until we make no sense. We may talk about D&D, but maybe not. Who knows?
We agreed that because this year has been a bit because this year has been a bit strenuous for all of us. We're just gonna take it real chill,
Yeah.
for the Christmas special.
Yeah, so make sure to get yourself a drink and join us with our soothing voices as we talk about whatever the hell comes to mind.
Yeah, pretty much.
A couple of beers in, we might get into politics. Who knows? We'll find out.
So here's the thing about Biden's tax plan. What if I start making $400,000 this year?
Yeah, what if I become a millionaire in the next three weeks? Anyways.
Yeah, now I have to pay all those taxes. Anyways. Okay, so going back onto Coquito. When I was working in the pharmacy, we actually had 2 Puerto Rican pharmacists. One was like she's not a little old lady. She was actually like as tall as me. But she was kind of like the den mother of like the place. And then there was like the overnight guy. And whenever we had like the employee Christmas party, the like out of the store employee Christmas party, the one that had alcohol in it.
Right.
They would both bring Coquito. And hers would be like nice and pleasant and like, you know, like, oh, there's like a little bit of rum in it. And his like you can clean an engine with it.
Was the guy like younger? Because I've
yeah.
experienced that too. Whenever I have like people my age make coquito, bro, they put like half a bottle of rum into a bottle of rum.
I want to say he was probably within 10 years of me. So like he was definitely and like the other Puerto Rican pharmacist, she was like, I want to say either approaching or in her 70s. So, like, yeah, she was just like, oh, like a splash of rum. And he was just like,
that's usually how it is. Not my mom, though. My mom, when she makes the Irish cream thing that Venezuelans do, dude, she fucking hooks it up.
Well, yeah, it's only once a year you make it.
Yeah, so, you gotta forget about everything that happened that year. Am I right, guys?
Yeah. You know what? I might make Coquito. This would be the first time I did it.
You are like quarter Puerto Rican, aren't you?
I'm a Puerto Rican, yeah. So
go.
it's like, so I know, I know rum. Like just
my dad bought once a Don Q, 12 years. Bro, talking about good rum. It was so smooth and sweet. It's delicious. We just had it by itself, though.
Huh?
We just had it by itself. We didn't like mix it or anything.
Oh, okay. I'm not really a rum guy. It's too sweet for me.
Yeah, it's a very Caribbean thing.
Yeah, no, I mean it's probably because I never had rum by itself. I've always had it like with a mixer.
You probably always had rum, like the shitty kind of rum, like the one with the guy with the leg. What's his name? Captain Morgan. Like that shit is terrible.
You mean Admiral Nelson? I couldn't afford Captain Morgan. That's top quality.
No, it's not. That's shit.
I always get like a little bit of a laugh like whenever like we used to go to like Applebee's or something that have like top shelf what was it? Oh god, it was top shelf Long Island iced tea and it started out with Smirnoff vodka. I'm like
Dude, a Long Island iced tea is the holiday drink.
Hell yeah. You know, Teresa never knew what a Long Island iced tea was until like 3 months ago.
What?
Yeah, I'm like it's all of the clear liquors and a splash of Coke. That's all of Long Island.
Don't forget the lime, just right on top.
Yeah, and some places will water it down with that sweet and sour mix.
No. Keep that shit out.
All clears in a Coke. That's all. All it is.
And the thing is that it actually tastes good. You would think it would taste like shit, but it actually tastes like fucking Coke.
All of like the ingredients just kind of work together and like it. I don't think so much it like works. It just like repels the burning.
They cancel each other out, but they still leave the alcohol in there.
Yeah, because it's like 2 negatives and stuff like that.
I wonder who was the mad genius who actually made a Long Island iced tea first?
It was probably some guy that's just wanted to do like the suicide run. It was liquor.
It was a fucking college student, you know it.
Oh yeah,
like, I have this much of every bottle. What should I do with it?
Just pour it all together, bro.
Yeah, man. Look, this open can of Coke with a cigarette in it. Just pour it in.
Oh God,
Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Oh, listeners, that's it. That's what. If they didn't turn off the episode by now, they did there.
Sorry, I had dairy.
That's a callback to episode 23. If anybody wants to watch it,
Was that episode? No, that was not an episode. That was like the episode in the teens. I think it was. Where I was like at my whiny.
Back when you were still recording in mono.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Okay, so the Long Island iced tea is recorded to have been invented in a contest in 1972
What was the contest?
to make a cocktail.
Oh, okay. I was like, whoever gets drunk fastest. I don't know.
Long Island iced teas are like the thing to order. You get the most bang for your buck.
Hell yeah,
you're paying like what at starting at like $7, and you get like 5 shots out of it.
Yeah, so. Exactly. and a little splash of Coke to chase it with.
Yeah. Oh, God, I love Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
That's actually, for some reason, I constantly keep forgetting that that's a thing. And whenever we go to a bar, I'm like, oh, I want
an old fashioned.
like a fucking, an old fashioned or like a whiskey sour or like a duck fart or something. And then Teresa's like, I'll take a Long Island. I'm like, oh my fucking God.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Just like made the pro move right away. Like no warm up, nothing.
She went for it, man.
Oh, God, that's like we did a whiskey tasting at Busch Gardens one time, and we had like the flights of whiskey, and I'm over here like, this has like a peppery finish, and it's got a nice heat and profile. And meanwhile, she's over here like, oh,
one after the other.
Yeah, and she's like, which? And I'm like, which one did you like? She's like, I forget.
They're all pretty good.
Oh God, I'm like, yeah, it's not like we paid $15 for that flight of like the little like half dram in a shot glass.
$15 isn't bad.
No, it's really not.
Was there like at least like a good whiskey in there?
Oh yeah, there was well, the Basil Hayden was okay. There was one I wanted to know which ones Teresa had, and I didn't get a chance to even look at the label.
She grabbed 3 of the glasses and poured into one. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh God. No, the Basil Hayden was pretty good. I just remember it having like a really like strong start, and then kind of like kind of tapered off a bit. There's another one I'm trying to remember. I want to say it began with an M. That's not narrowing it down. But there was another one that was really, really good. And I'll have to look it up. I can't remember the name of it.
Right now, I'm in love with the single barrel 4 Roses that I showed you.
I've yet to have the chance to have a 4 Roses. I was honestly thinking, like, when I got the Elijah Craig, I'm like, Elijah Craig 4 Roses. I was like,
they're both pretty good. I mean, you didn't really. But the bourbon 4 Roses is really good for for an old fashioned. It's fucking perfect.
Really,
it's so good. Yeah.
Because I tried to make a whiskey sour with the Elijah Craig, and I don't know if it was the whiskey or there was like something in the mix. Because like I made not an old fashioned. I made a whiskey sour with like just normal like Jim Beam like throwaway liquor, and it was good. I was like, ooh, it's like it doesn't like it's not blowing my pants off or anything like that. But but then I made a whiskey sour with the Elijah Craig, and it was like really like sour. I was wondering maybe like the Elijah Craig was like not working with the lemon juice or something like that, or
could be. Do you make it with? Do you make it from scratch or do you use a mix?
No, I made it from scratch. I mean, it was just a simple, like, like one part simple syrup, 1 part lemon juice, and like 2 parts whiskey mix. Put it, shake it up, put it on ice, kind of a thing. Like, it was like a really simple.
It's not a whiskey sour, man. You have to put egg whites in there.
I'm not gonna put egg whites.
Why not?
There. It's just for body. That's all it is. It doesn't affect.
It makes it so much smoother. You essentially made a margarita with whiskey. That's what you made.
No, that's not. No, because I didn't use triple sec or blue curacao.
What? Okay. There's no blue curacao in margaritas. Margaritas is just
a blue margarita.
Oh my God, a blue margarita. What kind of white person are you? A real margarita.
The kind of person that enjoys a strawberry margarita.
A real margarita is essentially just lime juice and tequila.
No. No, it's got to have triple sec in it, you piece of shit.
Fuck you, man. I'm done with this shit.
It's great.
But yeah, no, like, dude, the egg whites makes it so much better.
You know what I've always wanted to try? Have you ever watched Cocktail Chemistry? No. Have you ever watched Cocktail Chemistry on YouTube?
Maybe. Probably.
It's like this like New York guy that like makes all like these crazy cocktails and stuff. But he does something. He made a New York sour, and he made it with a milk punch. And if I'm trying to remember correctly, he like starts a drink by getting like this like lemon juice and liquor, and he puts it in milk, and it curdles the milk, and he drains the curds out and keeps the liquid, like the whey, I guess is what it is, and then he adds that to the drink. And apparently what it does is that it removes all of the milk taste, but it adds like a lot of body and smoothness to the drink itself.
Interesting.
Yeah, because someone's like, ew, I'm not going to put curdled milk in my drink. And someone's like, no, listen,
it does sound gross,
before.
But
it does, but he like also uses like coffee liqueur and stuff like that. And then he makes he gets those ball mold ice cube things.
Yeah.
And he only makes like an outside shell, and he fills the inside of it with a red wine. And then he puts that into the whiskey mix, and then he stirs it ever so slightly, just so a little bit of the wine gets into the whiskey, and then he drinks it. So it's I'll just send you a link to it.
That sounds too fancy for me, man.
Oh yeah, well it's
been
15
minutes making the drink.
It was one of those.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those videos where it's like, oh, here's how to make a New York sour, and then like. And he does this thing where it's like, here's a common method, a fancy method, and then the chemist method. And the chemist method is like the super duper, like you would be paying like $30.
I love when they get into like when they like evolve the next step, because like I've seen it with drinks and I've seen it with food too, when they do like the cheap, the medium one, and then like the super expert, and you're like, what the fuck are you using? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like what?
We're a bunch of drunks.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
What? Oh, and then he had a video where he was comparing a $12 bottle of whiskey to a $500 bottle of whiskey, and he's like, and at the end of it, he's like, I know it's gonna piss off a lot of people, but I actually like both of these bottles.
Dude, have you seen the Modern Rogue?
No.
Check out that YouTube channel. They did like a there's these other guys that do whiskey, like all about whiskeys. And the guy's always like, it's like comparing wine. Like it's try it. If you don't like it, it's fine. If you don't base it on the price, you know, because a lot of people base it. They do warn you against a couple different like whiskey distilleries. Because if you buy like this whiskey distillery, it's obviously coming from this other whiskey. You know, like they warn you about that stuff. But for the most part, it's like, hey, just because Jim Beam's is cheap or whatever, doesn't mean that it's bad. You know what I mean? Like monkey shoulder or whatever the hell. Like just because it's expensive doesn't mean that you're gonna like it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like what was it? I had like a scotch just to try it out, and it was like not a super expensive one, but it was like a little bit out of my price range. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Not gonna lie though,
like scotch.
When I had that $100 shot of Whistle Pig, that was redunculous. Like it was so smooth, so smoky. It barely even like actually burned. It was just like, it was so fucking smooth.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Was it Whistle Pig Boss Hog?
Yes.
Because that was a $500 bottle that he was talking about.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Boss Hog Whistle
Boss
Pig.
Hog. I still have the picture of it. Because like the buzz was like, I got my black card, you order whatever you want. And I didn't order, a friend of mine did, and I'm like, can I try that? And like, oh, best fucking whiskey I've ever had.
I mean, there are some whiskeys that it's worth the money, but it's like I'm not going to spend $100 on a bottle of whiskey for myself. You know,
I would.
Like, I think like 70 is like my good cutoff point, and that's like if I'm celebrating something like the birth of a kid.
No, I think if I'm celebrating, maybe $500 is a little too much, but like maybe if I was celebrating, I'll go 150, 200 tops. And like that would be like, it will be for like me, maybe like my best friend or somebody I know that would appreciate it. And then nobody else gets to drink from it except for me.
Oh my God. That's like that.
It's like my family is like that. Like my dad, I brought the Four Roses and my dad liked it. But dude, my cousins are like, "Oh, where's the Coke?" And I'm like,
You,
I just wanted to. Like, you wanted to put Coke on my phone. I mean, whatever. To each their own. But like, this is a nice. It's a nice drink by itself.
But you know something? There's probably some douchebag on the internet. It's like, well, yeah, it's a good mixer.
Yeah. Okay.
It's $40. It's a good mixer.
Nah. I'm a little bit of a purist when it comes to whiskey drinks. The most I've ever done is like a whiskey sour. I've done whiskey sour, old fashions, and then just straight. That's like my 3 whiskey drinks ever. Like, it's very rare for me to like go like outside of that.
I mean, because I really don't think there's anything worth like outside of that in terms of like whiskey cocktails, right? Because I mean, everything outside of that, you start to like lose the whiskey taste.
It's well, then it'll be just a cocktail.
Yeah,
but yeah. What do you have anything planned for the holidays?
No.
Are you in the same boat that I am? Because I told Kristen, I'm like, Kristen, let's hold off a little bit on on this holiday, because like last holiday we went banana crazy on like everything we bought and stuff. And we spent so much money, and like by the end of like in January we already forgot everything we bought type situation. You know, so I told Chris, like, hey, let's hold back on our presents and stuff, and try to save money so we can like maybe go out on vacation in January or February, like rent out a cabin and then just go out and see the snow or something like that.
Well, I've already blown that one out of the water.
What was that?
I said I've already kind of blown that idea out of the water.
Yeah.
Oh, whiskey Christmas.
Yay! It's a whiskey Christmas for me today.
What did you put in my drink, baby? It's cold.
Well, there's something. I mean, there's one thing I'm looking forward to this December.
The end of it?
No.
What?
Something I've been waiting for.
Cyberpunk.
No, don't spoil it. I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, dude. Cyberpunk, yes. God damn it.
Okay, yeah, so reviews are out. Apparently it's good, but it's super buggy.
You have to remember to put an asterisk on that, because they've been playing the game without the 49 gigabyte day one patch that they're gonna put.
49 gig.
I mean, like, listen, okay.
Modern Warfare, eat your heart out.
I know, right? A lot of people were like, "Oh my god, you know, it's so buggy," but it's okay because there's gonna be a day one patch. And then back in my head, I'm like, we've been waiting for like 7 years for this fucking game. Mm-hmm. How is there still that many bugs?
And the worst part about it was that I saw one review was like, this game should have been delayed more.
Oh, brutal.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's probably going to be phenomenal, and it's probably going to be like a revelation or some crap.
Well,
like that. But it's like
everybody keeps saying the same thing. I keep hearing the same thing. It's an amazing game. It delivers. The hype is totally worth it. You're not gonna be unsatisfied. It's gonna be great. But there's a shit ton of bugs. You know. Yeah. But those are for the people who got it early. So there's that too. You know, like.
And also, it's an open world game, right?
It's a very big, massive open world. The map is way bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's all one city.
Jesus.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: an open world game, especially like something like that, it's gonna have bugs. Like and so why is it that when like Bethesda why is it when Bethesda comes out with a buggy game, everyone's like, oh, Bethesda,
right?
But then when CD Projekt Red comes out with a buggy game, they're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, exactly. People, I mean, look at 75. There were 76 or whatever, 72. I don't know. Remember
what was it? 69.
69. Like there was still like a hardcore set of fans who were like justifying all the crazy. Like it wasn't even bugs. The game was just broken.
There's literally dozens of them that are still playing it.
Actually, let me look up, see how many people are still playing this.
it's probably the same number of people that are still playing Marvel's Avengers. Ugh.
Let me see.
I saw a Reddit post. It's like, hey, I found a use for my Marvel's Avengers game, and it's like he's using the case to prop open a window.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, that is okay. Marvel Avengers is the biggest flop of this year. Oh my god, how do you fuck up Avengers right after Endgame?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest IP. Ah.
Well, first of all of the models looked like they didn't even try to go for an original model. They looked like cheap knockoffs of the already existing actors, and it's just like you have to. You could definitely tell that like there were some people that were on the let's make them look like the like MCU Avengers, and then there's some people like, no, let's just make our own Avengers, and it's like, oh, let's just meet in the middle.
Yep. Nope.
So it's like these weird stunt double looking motherfuckers.
And that was the joke that was going around when the first trailer came in. It was like, who are these like what is it? Bargain bin Avengers that they came in.
And it's so weird because I mean we've
know why? Because it was in the uncanny valley. It was like too close to the, like you said, too close to the real actor, but not close enough to be the actor. It was just weird. It was psychological.
Yeah. Like at that, like that's only the tip of this iceberg. But it's like right away that was like, I don't, okay. That was like right away. I'm like, I don't have good feelings about this. And then apparently they took like this much content and spread it out to this much of a game. They did the Hobbit movies, a video game.
When I heard that they were gonna do it into a live service, I was like, nope, I'm out. And the people are like, no, it's okay. They say there's not gonna be any loot boxes or pay to win. It's not gonna be anything like that. It's gonna be great, whatever. And sure enough, look at that. They have like 3 different types of currency. There's no loot boxes, but you still have to like buy the fun stuff, I remember playing the demo as Hulk, and I was punching the shit out of this human, this tiny little like security guard, and he just like over and over again, and he wouldn't die. Like, how does that make me feel like the Hulk?
It doesn't.
Like imagine the Hulk beating the crap out of a mall cop, and it just can't take him down. It was.
Well, I mean, unless that mall cop was Paul Blart.
That's true. Sorry, I take it back. You know what's even sadder about that? Are you ready for this? Here's the player count for Fallout 76 right now. Within the last 24 hours, it peaked at 9,214. That's for Fallout 76. Still pretty good. Not the best.
That's a lot.
That's a lot more than I was. Yep. Guess how many are from Marvel Avengers in the last 24 hours?
I want to say like 90.
No, okay, a little bit more than that, but 886. Oh. There's more people playing Fallout 76 than Marvel Avengers.
Fallout 76, that it's like the 2020 of video games, where it's just like it keeps getting worse.
Didn't Fallout 76 come out in 2017?
I don't know. All I know is that like more stuff keep coming out about how much of a train wreck that game is.
Came out in 2018. I remember all the way until 2019. And early this year, people were still talking about Fallout 76. They only forget because 2020 turned into such a shit show. Whoa! Did Bethesda do this?
Yeah, I was about to say, was this Todd Howard doing?
we have to point in a different direction, man.
You see like a little red dot.
Oh God, Andrew! Again, the FBI notification, like, don't move.
They got too close.
Oh man, yes.
God, if you want to talk about a game that was just like, just stop, man. Just stop doubling down on it. Just stop supporting it. Move on. Why did you put all of your eggs in this particular basket? Just work on Skyrim for the smart fridge or something. Like, come on, man. I mean, we got to a point where it was like embarrassing.
Dude, it was like every new thing. It was so bad that it helped Outer Worlds become a thing. It boosted the sales of Outer World.
It boosted the sales of Outer Worlds just by saying it's not Fallout.
It's not. Wasn't that one of the ad campaigns that they had?
I'm pretty sure it
would have been brutal.
Oh god,
dude, Fallout 76 was terrible. But this year, out of all the terrible games that have come out, which is not that much, we actually had a lot of really good games this year.
Mm-hmm. This year's a bit of a banger when it came to video games.
Marvel Avengers for me was the biggest disappointment because I was like, and the sad thing is that people are saying like, when you play the main campaign, you can see the soul of the developer that first started this game. Yeah. People say it almost felt like a Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4. Like it had that skeleton, and then the suits came in and they're like, hey, let's they can't kill these guys too fast. They have to level up and like spend time in the game and all that bullshit. And
they gotta grind. Kids love the grind.
It's so sad.
Kids love the grind when it's fucking Monster Hunter, not when it's Avengers. Okay.
Exactly. What a fucking disappointment. But you know what was a good game this year?
Monster Hunter?
I mean, that didn't come out this year though.
No. But I like to talk about it.
No, we're not talking about Monster Hunter, damn it. We're talking about Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, and don't spoil it for me.
Well, it's been way too long. So I'm gonna talk about the ending.
No, shut up.
So the ending of the game turns out that.
So apparently, Jin goes into Khotan Khan and gets rebirthed as the perfect Mongolian super soldier. That's what I got.
Why haven't you finished the game, Andrew?
It's because
I couldn't put it down. It was that good. I couldn't fucking put it down.
It's not. Okay. You have to understand. It's one of those games that, like, when I start playing, I want to keep playing it, and it's like there's sometimes like when I get home, like because sometimes Teresa gets a little bit, it gets a little late and stuff like that, and then we have to come home, make dinner, clean the dishes, blah blah blah, and it's already 7:00. I'm like, oh, I only got 2 hours till I play. I mean, only 2 hours to play, and I'm just like,
yeah,
that's okay. I'll just play Blasphemous again.
To be fair, when I played it, you can ask Chris, and I was a little bit of a comatose, like potato on the couch, and like not doing anything for like 3 days straight. And yeah,
and so it's kind of become like a weekend thing for me, where it's like, okay, it's Saturday, I got nothing lined up.
Well, now your game crashed.
Let's do this.
So you have to play it all over again.
No. I mean, I got the save file still on the cloud.
Oh, okay.
And I re-downloaded that, so I just have to.
Dude, it was such a good game. It was a beautiful goodbye to the console generation.
It was an excellent send off.
Talking about console generation, who won this console generation?
I don't know. Who do you think won this console generation?
Dude, I have Xbox friends who are still like, oh, Xbox still the better console.
Okay. They're just like,
yeah, I'm like, it's cool. Yeah. To be fair, the Xbox does have the pass thing that they do, which is great. It's better than the PS4 one. I give them that. But bro, the exclusive just killed it this generation. You know what else was a good game this year? What? Dragon Ball Kakarot. I wanna be the very. Oh wait, wrong anime.
Is Pokemon even considered an anime?
Technically,
it's like so. It's so basic though.
Do you manage to ever play Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
No.
It's a good game. It is. Well,
no.
Do you like Dragon Ball?
No.
Never happened.
No, I like Dragon Ball. Okay, like everything after like the Cell Saga, I was like, all right, they should have ended this because like the Cell Saga was like the perfect send off, and then you could tell that's when the suits came in. I was like, no, we need more Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
and then what's the guy's name?
Kakarot.
No. The guy that actually made the series.
Oh, Toriyama or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's like, fine, I'm gonna make the perfect villain. He always comes back even stronger than last time, and then Goku kills him. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, the Boo Saga did last a long time.
The Boo Saga was for fucking ever. Yeah. Like I graduated as that was still going.
Well, I mean, to be fair. Yeah, no, it did take a long time to end.
Because it started out as the Majin Saga, and then it got into Fat Boo.
Yeah.
And then it was like
the skinny Boo? Yeah, like the pure evil Boo. And then the one that was like scrawny and like Gray, and then the little Boo.
And then there was Kid Boo, and now it's Oob.
But he's good now.
Because he's a good guy.
Take the pee out.
It's like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh man, what a good year of video games. Everything else was shit, but then at least you got to stay home and play some games.
Yeah.
So there was that.
I mean, what a year for good video games,
exactly.
right?
There was at least there was no drought of that. Because even like fucking like Nintendo with I got a Nintendo Switch this year, so that was that. Good times.
God, did you hear about all the things that Nintendo's been doing?
Oh.
Okay, so all right, let's get into this.
All right.
First of all, they were having a no, not E3. It was, what was it? It was like some sort of fighting game tournament thing. It's like a big fighting game tournament. I'm forgetting it, and I feel ashamed for forgetting it. Anyways, but they wanted to have a Smash Bros. Melee contest in it too. What they were going to do, and because of the COVID pandemic, what they were going to do is that they were going to use a like a computer mod version of Melee that was essentially just Melee online.
Oh, okay.
So that way people could play online with Melee. And the reason why they picked Melee specifically is because it's like all the frame data and all like it's like out of all of the versions of Smash, that's like the best one for like a fighting game tournament.
Yeah, that's like, always been like the favorite too for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
even though I like Ultimate, even though I'm really bad at it.
Yeah, I'm terrible at Melee. I mean, I'm terrible at Smash. Melee particularly. Anyways, Nintendo got word of it, sent a cease and desist, and then so they're like, okay, we'll just have a Splatoon 2 contest then, or tournament. And they advertised the Splatoon 2 tournament with a hashtag free Melee. and that got around to Nintendo's legal team, and they shut down the Splatoon 2 tournament. Now, there's that. But then, do you know who Atika is?
No.
Atika? Okay, he was a streamer. He played like exclusively Switch games. Like, he was a huge Nintendo fan. Regretfully, he took his life.
Oh.
I want to say either the beginning of this year or last year. And so what they were doing was that they were like, some fans made I'm trying to pronounce his name, but I'm probably gonna get it wrong. It's either Atika or Etika, but they were like Joy-Cons that had like his name on it, and like the proceeds, from what I've heard, I could be wrong on this too, but the proceeds were like supposed to go to like suicide help kind of a thing. Nintendo put a cease and desist on that too.
Oh my god.
because they can't sell Joy-Cons without Nintendo's like word. So it's just
like I know that Nintendo's always been like that, and I can kind of appreciate the quality control that they do, but right now they're like extending it to such an extent that like they're harming their own brand, and they have a really strong fan base, but they don't care.
There's a lot of people that are like, we're in an abusive relationship with them, aren't we? Because I mean, it's so true.
That's what it sounds like. Even like YouTube videos and streamers, they always get screwed over.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just like, what's it? There was a critical video, Penguin Zero. Anyone who doesn't know who that is, and he just like went on like a 10 minute and 1 second rant about, no, it was actually like a 12-13 minute long rant about Nintendo, and he's like if you play an online game or try to set up an online account with a Switch and then try to do the same thing with a PS4, you could tell that Nintendo is like 3 generations behind when it comes to like their internet thing. Like they have like a caveman's understanding of how the internet
isn't
works.
Like the shop, the online shop thing they have, isn't that like a brand new thing?
I'm not entirely sure. I think if the last I recall, the brand new thing for them was that you were able to make a profile that can be used on another Switch. because it used to be like, hey, this is your profile.
Right.
If this console dies, you're making another profile.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
I've never been a big Nintendo guy. Like, I didn't have the Switch. I mean, I didn't have the Wii. I barely had the Wii U. So.
Yeah. But but that's how it was with like the Wii U. Like, you were hard locked. This is your account for this particular Wii U. Do not think about getting another one.
Damn,
so
that sucks.
and it's just like these guys have no idea how the internet works or anything like that, or why it would be okay to have like the ability to put your profile on.
Right,
you know, because
right.
it's like they immediately assume the worst was like, oh, you can put your profile on another thing, they're gonna piracy.
Right,
no, dude. No, my fucking console flatlined on me. I had to get a new one.
We also own multiple consoles, like, you know.
Yeah, like I had to put my profile on Teresa's PS4 so we could play like an offline game together. But it's like, oh, you have to have an active PS4 account. I'm like, all right, I got to remember my password. I got to reset my password because I couldn't remember my password. Let me go back to my PS4 and put the new password in now. Because I forget my password.
Andrew, just use the same password for everything. That's the safest thing you can do.
Well, I mean, I have. It's ever since high school. My password's been like,
oh, man. Yeah, Nintendo needs to get back to 2020 because, I mean, they've been moving forward, but very slowly. Very, very slowly.
It's like at this point, I feel like Nintendo either needs to completely modernize, like get with the times, or just stop trying internet altogether. And just like, because like,
they keep harming themselves.
Yeah, this halfway crap is not working. And whoever's on their legal team, like the joke is their PR team hates their legal team because they're constantly trying to put out the fire that the legal team
it sounds to me, and this happens a lot with like older companies that just they keep doing the things the old way, is that apparently before talking between departments was a very non-traditional thing of doing things. Like, people didn't just, like, pop out of their office, go to, you know, PR, and they'd start talking. No, it was, like, you know, emails or whatever. It was never, like, an actual conversation. And I guess that's what they do. They just don't want to just talk between departments. They're all, like, in their own little capsules, you know?
Yeah.
It sucks.
I mean, you're talking about a corporation that has, like places all around the world, you know? So, and also, it's a corporation that's been around since like the 1800s. So, yeah. I mean,
yeah, it started with plastic toys.
I thought they started with cards.
Oh, really?
Wasn't it
just like a playing card?
Yeah, I thought it was like, like a playing card company.
And he just went straight into video games.
Yeah, immediately afterwards, 1913, at the beginning of the Great War. That's when they came out with Super Mario Brothers 1.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they had to remove the beginning where you take out Franz Ferdinand. A lot of people saw that as insensitive, but I mean...
Damn.
Oh, Jesus.
Nintendo.
Speaking of it'll be over by Christmas, how about COVID?
No, I hate... No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't been able to hang out with anybody this whole year. I remember I was planning... We were finishing the... Curse of Strahd, and I was like, I want to do something special. Let me see if I can get everybody together to go to like medieval times. Just have like a good time.
The moment you said that,
bro, it was like a week after. It was like lockdown, 2 weeks, nobody can do anything. And I'm like, it's fine. It'll probably be over in 3 months, and by then we'll be done with Curse of Strahd, and then we'll be able to go.
It'll be over by Easter, guys. It's all right.
Fucking no.
Here we are.
Here we got on the second wave, as if the first wave actually happened. It just kept going forward. Right. It wasn't a wave.
They flattened the curve because it went straight up.
It's fucking good. Well, God. At least the vaccines are started coming out, but I hear that they give you cancer and they kill you and like
everything gives you cancer. Give me that fucking vaccine.
And they give you 5G. Like, it's weird.
Like, apparently, like this fucking particle board that I'm sitting next to gives you cancer. Like, everything in the state of California gives you cancer.
Only in the state of California, though. If you do it outside of the state.
if you take carcinogens out of California, it loses its power. It's like some sort of like spell.
Yeah, it's a very weird thing. The fucking hippies.
But you bring it. If you go to Nevada, it's fine. But you take like 5 steps over, like it starts glowing. It's really weird.
Yeah, but hopefully they'll be done. They'll be done soon. It changed a lot. I feel like a lot of people are realizing that it's okay to work from home. You know,
not only is it okay to work from home, but like it's okay to modernize a lot of things that we like kind of didn't take for granted, but it's like we feel like didn't need that step until that step became a shove.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like the movie industry.
Oh, bro, dude, fucking Regal Cinemas closed down all of their freaking theaters. That's the one that was over here in front of us. That's the one we used to go to.
Yep. The AMC's hurting real
AMC's
bad.
still hanging in there, but now HBO Max was like, hey, all of our movies, all Warner Brother movies are going to be in HBO Max now.
And you can see the AMC guys like just like mopping his brow.
Breathing really hard. Yeah.
I mean, because it's like we have Disney Plus for Disney movies and Marvel movies and Fox movies and Star Wars movies. And Warner Brothers is going to HBO Max, and pretty much everything else is going on Vudu or Netflix or something like that.
So even like Amazon too.
Yeah, Amazon. Pretty much any streaming service. Peacock for the 8 people that uses that.
It's the same people that use Tidal.
Yeah, or Stadia.
Oh yeah, Stadia launched this year, didn't it?
Yeah. The Google Stadia is still out, by the way.
In case you forget. Oh, that was another shit show. But anyways, yeah, no, it's gonna change a lot. And like I feel like if theaters survive, they're gonna turn, or at least the AMCs, they're gonna turn into not a commodity, what's the word? Like a special thing. You know, like a novelty. Like over here we have one called the NCN Theater, which is still open. It's open right now. And they show a lot of like really old movies. They're very like film-like. People always show up there, and it's a really nice place. But I feel like that's the way that AMC is gonna go, because there's still gonna be a lot of people who are gonna enjoy and appreciate watching a movie in theaters. Like myself, like I want to watch Dune on a big ass screen with a great sound system.
Oh yeah, there are some movies that you can't get the same experience at home,
right?
Unless you're Bill Gates. Like freaking Mad Max Fury Road. Like I can watch it on the TV, but it's like
it's not the same. Yeah, no, I hear you, and I feel like that's the way it's gonna go, because a lot of the movies, let's be honest, a lot of the movies that come out throughout the year are just shit movies that doesn't matter if you watch it on a small screen or a big screen. There's only like a few blockbusters during the summer season that are actually worth watching in a big screen. And
it's like and it's they're even good movies that like you don't really need like a huge theater to appreciate them in. Right. And there are some movies that I wish I didn't see in a theater, like A Quiet Place, because some teenagers wouldn't shut the fuck up behind me while I was trying to watch it.
Definitely not gonna miss that.
No, I'm not. But I think this would be a really good time for like these movie theaters to start incorporating more like film festival kind of things.
Yeah.
You know, like, because there's no reason why a huge theater with like 20 something like screens can't have a film. Can you imagine going to like an AMC like the one here by us, and all of those screens are like a different film for a film festival?
Yeah.
And it's like foreign films and like that weird art house film where it's like a lady that's like curled up underneath her kitchen table smoking a cigarette, and there's like weird French music in the background or some crap like that, and it's black and white, sepia tone.
Yeah,
for 3 hours,
for full 4 hours. Like, what's happening?
You don't understand.
You don't get it, man. Open your mind.
The cigarette represents her lifeline, and it's slowly extinguishing itself by using itself, man.
Oh, dude. It's crazy.
You fucking blew my mind. Quit changing your fucking background.
I'm in movies now, man. But yeah,
either that, or they can do like that thing where it's like the movie theater that has like the chaise lounge.
Oh yeah,
kind of a thing that people totally are gonna have.
Yeah,
sex
definitely not. You're not gonna hear that.
I mean, it's fine. It's vinyl, so it washes right off. Just get the hose.
But yeah, I'm very curious to see if AMC survives for next year because, dude, the fact that like Dune, Wonder Woman, what's the other big one that was coming out? It was a bunch of The Flash or whatever the hell. Like all those movies are like slated for HBO Max. HBO Max is like the thing's like $12. We don't even pay for it. It's included with our phone thing package.
I'm curious to see how the theater business deals with this at all, because like I hate to say it, Trolls 2 let the genie out of the bottle on that one, where it's like, hey, we'll just stream it on the day it comes out, and like studio executives were like,
what the fuck?
Like, you can do that.
No, I think it was more like you hear that? Here's the executives' wallets emptying out.
Yeah. And then Disney Plus like, we're gonna do that too. Here, pay $30 for a rental. Oh no,
fuck that. Movie. Yeah, no, but actually, I don't know the statistics on that, but like,
apparently it did well, but not as well as they were projecting. They only got a lot of the money instead of all of the money.
$30
for a rental.
Yeah, like $30 and give me the freaking digital copy to put in my phone. My digital copy. That I can put whatever device I want to.
Wait, is that? Well, hold on a second. $30 for rent? Do you hear that? Yo. Pirate Slammer.
Get it in your friendly neighborhood store, the Pirate Bay. But like, I wouldn't even been okay if it was like the price of a movie ticket. Like $12. Okay, fine, whatever. You know, we get to see first $12 movie ticket, but $30. You buy a Blu-ray for $30.
For a rental,
yeah,
it was $30. Like, you don't even get to like keep, quote unquote, keep the movie.
Yeah,
it's just there, and then like the next day it leaves, and it doesn't wake you up before it gets out of bed. It's just like, okay, I thought what we had was special.
Then you only get like 24 hours to watch it or whatever.
And you're like, will I ever see you again? And they keep blocking your calls.
Like, Eddie, you want to talk about something? You okay there?
No. Teresa left me.
Is that why you have a background? You don't want to show me where you are right now? Are you under a bridge? Are you at a McDonald's? At a McDonald's Wi-Fi?
Sir, this is the last time we're going to ask you. You're going to need to order something. I got the ketchup. Okay.
Bro, I can sell you like $10. You can buy yourself a burger.
Can you Venmo me $10 so I can buy some food? It's gonna be a small Christmas. I'm actually like in my car right now, just in the driveway, because that's the only place I get Wi-Fi.
She still hasn't changed the password, so you can still get.
No, not yet. Oh no! Like it blacks out.
Damn it, Andrew.
So this is Christmas.
It starts snowing for some reason in Florida.
It's gonna get really cold tonight. It's supposed to get like 37 or some crap.
I don't believe you.
Here it is, yeah, because we got a cold front coming in the night before.
43 for us.
Yeah, 39 is going to be the low tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys are close to the water. So.
Yeah, so that is true. All right, so enough of the intro.
Let's talk about Dungeons & Dragons now.
Yeah, let's talk about feats. It's Merry Featsmas, Charlie Brown. Okay, no. Let's get back on to Christmas.
You know what I want for Christmas?
Jose. What? I was actually going to ask, what do you want for Christmas, Jose?
I want an RTX 3080, and I can't find one.
Okay, well, what do you realistically want?
An RTX 3080!
You have been chronicling this. This is like a straight to like TV movie, like an inspirational. Like you're just like processing payment out of stock.
Today was the closest I ever gotten. It was, first of all, it was the graphics card I actually want, like the brand that I want. Because I'm following this bot on Twitter. And like I got the notification, I'm like shit. I click on it, He takes me to the thing, he puts it in my cart. I'm like, yes. Pay. Next, go to checkout, pay. And then it's doing the little like loading thing, and I'm like, error. And I refresh the page, and it's like, an item in your cart is out of stock. And I'm like, no, fucking. I even told my boss, I'm like, I almost had it.
It slipped right through my finger.
The other day, you could ask Chris, and I'm following this live streaming of a guy that developed a bot that is searching through the web, and it's like constantly updating every second to see if it ever goes unstuck. And it tells you everything. It tells you the 3090, the 3080, the 3070, the 60, and the 60 Ti. Constantly, I'm like looking at that. I'm in a Discord with people like actively looking. I'm on the Twitter thing, like searching, and then I have like Neo Egg on my main screen, and I'm pressing F5 every like 1 minute for like a full hour. A full hour. I'm like that dude.
Wait,
that dude from It's Always Sunny, like explaining the
with like the graph,
the cigarette,
and the bags under his eye.
I almost had it.
Wait a minute.
I was this close.
Wait a minute. You were F5ing every hour?
No, every minute. Actually, not even. I'm sorry, not even every minute. It was like every second. I'm like, nope. I would like press F5, scroll up, scroll down, F5, scroll up, scroll down, F5, scroll up, scroll down. Because if I saw an orange bind, I'm like, I'm gonna buy it.
You gotta be faster than the scalper bots, man. That's the only problem.
At this point, I actually believe that there's not that many scalper bots anymore, because even on eBay, there's like a slow stock. I think it's just like that many people want it. So like, I'm also on the East Coast, and like the one I'm following specifically is Neo Egg, and they're I'm on the West Coast. They're on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast.
I'm about to say what happened. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, I'm in Washington State now. I'm actually working for Wizards.
I'm looking for a 3080. That's the only reason I moved over here.
I'm on the hunt for a 3080.
Bro. I found one. There's one on Amazon that nobody.
What's in your computer, Chris Perkins?
No, I found one on Amazon, and it's there, but it's double the price. And I'm like,
it's $1,500.
It is. I'm just looking at it like, if I sell my soul, I can probably get this.
You know, that's honestly not that bad.
Yeah, I start like convincing myself. I'm like, no, like the 2080 last year, like that was the price for it. Like I know that the new one is half the price, and that's like the big appeal of it. But like I start like making resolutions. If I, I can pay rent a little later. Kristen, this doesn't have to know. Like, and I'm like, damn it, no. Start like beating myself out of it.
Just like, if I buy it now, I'll be saving a lot of time, and with that time I will save. I can use the money during that time.
Oh, it's bad, dude. It's so bad. And the thing is that the only thing that keeps me going is that the Twitter guy that I'm following, the RTX bot, people posted like, I got it, I managed to get it. And it seems, the problem is that it seems that they're just releasing, or they're updating their stock by like 3 or 4s. You know what I mean? So like, at 1 p.m. Eastern, at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and at 7 p.m. Eastern time, the computer like refreshes and like updates the stock, dude. And I tell you, it's like I get the notification, I click the button, gone.
Is that why you didn't want to record until 7?
Yes, actually. Even when we were starting recording, I had it on my phone, and at 3060 Ti went on, and I'm like, I don't, because that's the other thing. I would have been able to buy at 3070 and at 3060, but I always compromise. Every time there's a new like graphics card release, obviously I want the 3080 because that's like the one below the top of the line. And I always compromise because it's hard to find or whatever, and I don't have the money or whatever, and I always buy something below that. And this time I have the money, it's there. I don't want to compromise, but I also don't want to pay double the price from somebody on Amazon.
No.
And then fucking MSI, I'm never going to buy on MSI. If a fucking 3080 shows up and it's an MSI brand, even if it's there for like 3 hours and it's just tempting me with my name on it, I'm not buying it. Because in the Amazon official MSI page, they're selling it for double the price. Fuck them.
What?
Yeah, MSI is a piece of shit. And when the first thing launched or whatever, obviously it went out of stock super quickly. And a subsidiary from MSI was selling the subsidiary is supposed to sell refurbished things, and it was selling brand new RT 3080s for double the price, and they got called out on it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know how they got a hold of so much stock." Blah 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 blah. Like, bro, it's your company. How do you not know? Like, they're brand new. They're not even refurbished or anything. They're brand new RTX 3080s selling for double the price, and you own the fucking company. So I never liked MSI to start with. Like, I was never like a brand that I was always like, oh yeah. So now I'm never gonna buy from. Also, their graphics card look really ugly. They put like a lot of like different colors in it.
Why does it matter? It's going inside your fucking computer.
My computer has a fucking clear thing. You can see into it.
Change to put Keanu Reeves' face on it or something.
I am not buying from MSI. Tomorrow, MSI shows up. Buy it.
I'm not going to buy from MSI. Jose, your MSI package here. No, shut up.
Anyways, I've been on the hunt for a 3080 for the past 2 weeks. My mistake too, though, because like for some reason I kind of gave up because it originally released in September 17, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And instead of like actively hunting this whole time, I just started like 2 weeks ago. So it's partially my bad because I was like, I didn't know that I could like follow a Twitter bot that will like look it for me. You know what I mean?
To be fair, there probably wasn't a Twitter bot until like people realized, oh shit. People
are fucking desperate. They're so desperate, dude. And like a lot of them are buying the $1,400 ones, and I'm like, dude, that's way too much. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is my thought process. If I don't get it in December, in January they're gonna announce the 3080 Ti, which is like a step above it. If I manage to grab one of those, fine. If I don't, whatever. Next year it's gonna be a bigger stock. Right now it's because it's Christmas, so everybody's trying to get one. You know? Yeah, that's it. That's the main issue. So I'm like, I can play. My graphics card is not that bad. It can probably run Cyberpunk at a fairly high settings at like 40 FPS, which I'm okay. 40. I know, 40 FPS, but I'm okay with that. I'm not that picky. As long as it's above 30, I'm okay. You know? Because like the 3080 can run it at 115 frames per second at ultra setting with RTX on and DSLL technology. I want it.
I remember when 60 frames per second was like, whoa! It doesn't get much better than this,
right? Yeah, no, because I was looking, like, I ran Red Dead Redemption with my 1070, and it looked gorgeous. It was like a constant 43 to 50. It wasn't like ultra settings, but it was fairly high settings. And that game is optimized for shit for the PC. And CD Projekt Red is known for, like, I mean, people are saying that, like, this game runs really well on the standard PS4 and Xbox One. Not even the Pro or the S or whatever the fuck the name is for the Xbox. That it runs really well there, and it runs really well on the Pro. And my computer is more powerful than a Pro, so like I should be fine. I'm just not gonna get the shiny RTX ray tracing bullshit because my thing doesn't have it. So yes, I know.
Are you even really playing it at that point?
I'm barely hanging to my PC Master Race card, but you know.
It's the PC Master Race Council's like
yeah 1440p at 43. Write that one down.
You're lucky it's in 1440. If it was in 1080, you would have been kicked out a long time ago.
Anyways, that's what I want for Christmas, Andrew. What do you want for Christmas?
I want to save my family.
Well, that got dark. I'm over here like, I want this materialistic thing that I don't really need, but I want it. And you're like, I want to save my family. Are you okay, man? Turn off your background. Where are you really? In a hospital. You're here in the background.
It's like if for some reason when I let go of the background, it was like a mask on my face.
Oh God, Andrew. The raspberry. Oh, were you talking this whole time?
It was all just like a puppet act. I don't know why he wanted to spend his last moments with this guy named Jose, but whatever. I mean,
whatever floats your boat, man. Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
No, but for real. So
No. What? The only thing I told Teresa, the only thing I want for Christmas is I want my drum set back. And I gave her a list of all the components that I need to put my drum set back together. And I made sure I went through all the parts. I'm like, okay, I'm good on that. All right, I need this. Like, wrote it down. I could probably use.
Where's your drum set?
It's in the garage. It's literally just the drums. Like, all the hardware is ruined.
Oh.
Because wait, have I told you about this story?
No, I haven't seen the drum set since like high school.
Okay. All right. So, wow, this is a while ago. Okay, here we go. All right. Story time, kids. So,
and with that, that's all the time we have for you guys today. Thank you.
By the way, they came out with a new album like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. I haven't listened to it.
And then they're like, get ready for 2021. It's going to be like our most productive year yet because we spent the entirety of the pandemic writing. And I'm like, they came out with 5 albums in 1 year. What the fuck are they going to do for this one? Anyways, talking about the giz, folks. Anyways, but I was at work one day, and this was when I was still living at home, and Katie, my stepmom, shot me a text because it was actually like around this time, and I had my drum set up in the foyer, or like the living room, whatever the proper term is. She's like, "Hey, we're gonna need to move your drum set. That's where we're going to put the Christmas tree, yada yada." And I'm like, "That's fine. Just wait till I get home, and I'll because I had like 2 hours left of my shift. I was like, just wait till I get home. I'll take them apart and I'll put them up in my room and I'll just set them up there." And I get home and she's like, "Oh, I took apart your drum set." And okay, so here's the thing. There are 2 ways to take apart a drum set. The first way was the way I was going to do it. Ew. The first way was the way I was going to do it, which is you just unscrew the lugs out of like the arms and the that's what the hardware is, like arms holding it up. And you take those arms out of the bass drum and you fold the arms up, and that's fine. What she did was unscrewed everything.
Oh no.
Completely dismantled the hardware, and then to make matters worse, took all the bolts and nuts and threw them in the same bag. And I went into my room where the bag was, and I just looked into the bag. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I seriously, I just kept staring into the bag, and I said, "Get out of my room." And I was just like super quiet the entire time.
Oh no, dude.
And this was like 6 years ago.
What?
So this entire time they've just been gathering dust because I haven't had the time nor the money or the know-how to put it all together. So then Teresa's like, "Hey, do you just want stuff for to put your drums back together? Because like, we got a house now. I can set it up in the garage." Yeah, exactly. Now I have space. And I'm like, "Yes, please." And I just like gave her the list of all the things I need. So that's hopefully, and I also included like mutes for the drums and the cymbals. That way the bird doesn't freak out. So
damn,
but
that's crazy, dude. Oh my! I remember putting that shit together. You remember that for your birthday? Spent like 3 hours putting that stuff together, and we had instructions.
And it was funny because I was talking to Teresa's stepdad about it last week. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Man, I would have been pissed." I'm like, "Oh, I was pissed, and I still am." Like,
and then we're gonna let you live this down.
You better believe I'm taking that shit to my car. Like, that anger is always gonna stay with me.
If you come back as a ghost, that's what you're gonna be hunting. Drum set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll come back as a fucking revenant just because of that drum set.
Man, he must have a really disturbed life when he was alive.
Katie! He couldn't wait 2 fucking hours. But what I'm kind of hoping is because I have a better job, more room, and a better like financial situation all around. I'm kind of hoping that maybe not next year, not realistically, but like further down the line, I can get what's called a shell kit, which is literally what I have in my drum. I mean, in my garage right now, where it's just the drums, no hardware. So all I need is the hardware, and then you put new drums on top of that, and a shell kit is like a third of the price of an actual drum kit.
That's cool.
So yeah, so that way, because naturally, I had to pick the most expensive fucking instrument for contemporary music.
Of course you know.
Yeah.
When was the last time you played it?
Like,
that 6 years ago?
6 years ago.
Damn, man. Jesus.
But I mean, I still got like I still know like
you got rhythm.
Yeah,
You've got rhythm. You've got
I got rhythm. Of course, I got rhythm. But what was I gonna get on?
Can you dance salsa?
No, I
and
can't.
You don't have rhythm.
All, actually, I'm a terrible dancer. I could. But fuck. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Shit.
I've seen you clapping concerts. You're always out of sync.
No, it's a syncopated beat. You guys don't understand. Oh yeah, no, because that's like something that's like, oh, I want new strings for my guitar. Okay, they're going to be $12 for a pack. I want new cymbals for my. I want a new cymbal for my drum set. That's $700. Oh my god. Oh. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Wow, Andrew. What an expensive boy you are.
But I told Teresa, like, hey, once I get that thing back together, if you ever don't have an idea what to get me for my birthday, just buy me something for that. Because, man, if that's not a money sink, I don't know what is.
Warhammer 40K.
No, she's not. She will. She rather, like, no.
Sell your drum set and buy for Warhammer 40K.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I probably cannot even get an army out of that drum set.
Really?
It's not a very well known brand.
Oh, okay. Was it? It's like a starter type thing.
Yeah. I mean, my dad bought it, and like we're not high income to begin with, so you know.
Hey, but he got you a drum set.
Hell yeah! And I beat the fuck out of it. So.
Dang.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like later on I probably want to get like a shell kit so I can like have not like good, because these are actually good drums. You just have to put a lot of work into them, but that way I can have like higher quality, you know.
Okay,
like
I'm gonna get a guitar and start learning how to play the guitar all over again.
Okay,
and then we're gonna start a band. It's gonna be like the Shins, but like shittier. The shittier Shins. And we're gonna sing about everyday stuff.
We're gonna call it the shin split.
What's the name of the pain when you get hit in your shins?
The shin split.
Is that what it's called?
Well, I know the shin splints as like when you're walking around all day and then you sit down and your legs really hurt. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like you've been like standing on your But speaking of guitar, my little brother's learning how to play guitar.
Nice.
So yeah, little Aaron.
How old is he now?
Thinking about he is almost 13.
Does he have an apartment yet?
Yeah, I know, right?
What a poser.
You're not a doctor yet? Jesus Christ.
14 and still living with your parents? Sounds like socialism to me.
Thanks, Mark.
That's crazy though. Holy shit.
But I was like, hey Aaron, listen to some of these bands. I was like sliding him like Bathory and like Dark Throne and stuff like that. Like,
was he learning like acoustic?
Yeah. There's like an acoustic guitar that was at the house when I tried to learn how to play guitar, and I'm like, haha, I can't do this because I suck. So I'm only good at one instrument, people. I'm sorry.
I just remember what I want. Like, another thing I want for Christmas.
What?
Rock band.
Oh my god, I have been dying for Rock Band.
Same.
Like,
is the service still up? Like, can you still buy music?
I don't think so.
It came out like a while ago, didn't it? Like the latest one.
I think either because I know they actually had like two stores, and what it was like one was like official Harmonix, like releasing music, and one was like a fan suggestion kind of a thing, and it was like more for like indie musicians or like for musicians themselves to kind of get their names out there. And I think that second one was the one they closed.
Yeah, apparently it's still up.
So
yeah.
I know the ones for the Beatles, they closed that one a long time ago.
Yeah, it sucks.
They only had that shop open for like a year, and like, yeah, sorry, we honestly cannot afford the licensing fees for this.
I can imagine, yeah, bro. That game was so much fun. We didn't appreciate it in this time. We played it a lot. We did. We played a lot of that, a lot of Guitar Hero. And then now we kind of like, oh, you know, trend's over or whatever. But now I'm like, damn it. I want Rock Band so bad.
I wish there was a way to know when you're in the good old days while you're still in the good old days. Yeah, because it's so. That was a game. I was talking to Teresa about Rock Band one day because I was just like, because that's kind of like the whole like drum thing got started, and I'm like, you want to talk about a game that I dumped? I probably spent a good couple grand on that game because it used to be every Thursday. I knew exactly when the Sony store updated their music. Like every Thursday, I would spend at least $20 on downloadable songs and stuff like that. That was every Thursday for like 2 years. So you do the math.
You know how much it is right now for the set, for the guitar, the drums, the mic, and the game?
It's like a couple hundred.
$598.
God,
man. Used. Bruh. This is for the PS4 version, though. Let me see for the PS3. I still have a PS3.
I still do, too. But the problem...
The guitar alone is $289.
The problem with Rock Band is that you need a CRT to really get that zero...
Yeah. Because
that 0 millisecond.
Every time you try to do like the synchronization thing, it's never the same.
It's always off just by a little bit. You got like that... That's why like fighting tournaments still play on CRTs because there's no lag on a CRT, like absolutely none. So
let me see, Rock Band PS4 on eBay. Buy it now. I'm not gonna fucking auction this shit. Oh, look at that, a set for that's a PS4. Yeah, 400, 300. Bro, you were gonna sell that to me for $75 one day, and I was like, I don't have the money. Should have bought it. $495. Damn. Brand new. In the box still. $749.
God.
Damn, bro. We should have bought it when it was still available. It was $200. I wish I knew when I was in the good old days.
And I remember too that I left the set at the house in Mar-a-Lago because I'm like, I'm probably never going to want to play that game again.
Oh, no. Do you know what happened to it? Did somebody take it?
I'm pretty sure someone probably took like a shit on it or something. I mean, like, with that house, they probably sold it for drug money. Let's be honest.
Who stayed behind when you left?
Robert. That's it. That's actually the only person I know because it was all like new people after that.
Oh, really?
Oh, Robert and Wes. That was it.
Oh, damn.
And after that, it was all people like I don't recognize and stuff like that, and did not want to know. So,
oh man, I still remember that party we had, and we set up where the TV was supposed to go. It had the little arc, and we just set up the projector and Rock Band. Oh, fucking, that was best time ever. Good days. Good days.
I remember playing. It wasn't Rock Band. It was the guitar. It was the Guitar Hero band World Tour thing. And we were playing it at another friend's house, and they also had a projector, but it was like on a huge like bed sheet thing, like tarp, whatever. It was a cloth tarp, and it was the 4th of July. I don't know why we were playing Guitar Hero and a projector in the backyard during 4th of July, and someone set off fireworks, and it caught the tarp on fire as we were playing Rebel Yell. And I'm like, nope,
just let it be,
through, man. just like the fire started spreading. It was like in the middle,
epic.
Just let it go.
I think
play it out.
I think the one I played the most was actually Guitar Hero 3. I played the shit out of that game.
I played the shit out of Rock Band 2. Rock Band 2 specifically. That was the one that I was like, I had like whole albums of songs and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, you had a big collection. I remember that.
Which song do you want to play? Oh, I want to play this. Okay.
Yeah, because you couldn't fucking look for anything.
I loved that game, and it even got to the point that I'm like, I don't like this song, but it looks fun to play, so I'll pick it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, well, it's 2020, and our dreams are dead, and we're gonna die soon. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're gonna make it to 2021. That something's gonna happen like December 31st. Yeah, the whole world's. I mean, the monoliths have been popping up. The ones from like Dungeons and Dragons have been coming up in the.
I heard about that.
They're starting putting the pictures, and I'm like, man, I've been seeing this all over Furum. What's happening?
Yeah, this ain't nothing new. Come on,
get your shit together. What if it was like a marketing stunt by Wizards of the Coast? They're like, oh shit, we fucked up. Wrong year to this.
Eat, drink your oval.
Oh.
It's like, what do the monoliths mean? Like, they're written in some sort of script we can't decipher, and then like someone cracks it. It's like it's like, prepare for an adventure for the world's role-playing game. Coming August 15th, 2021, or something like that.
Oh man.
Not cool, Wizards. Not cool.
Pick the wrong year to do that, man.
Yeah, I'm expecting it's like New Year's Eve. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, solar flare. Just wipes us all.
1, everybody's just standing in darkness.
This is like Terminator 2.
3, 2, 1, -1, -2.
All right, let's start this over. 5.
It just keeps going instead of like 20, instead of like 23, 59, 99. It's like 24 in 1 minute. What's happening?
You see the
clicker,
like the 0 turn into a 1, and then when it finally flips over, it's a 0 again. Like nah.
No, it turns into like the weird shapes from Lost. What does the number mean?
No, it turns into like the like have you heard of that Pokemon glitch where you kind of like take the case out, you put it back in? It's like that weird symbol.
These are our predictions for 2020.2.
I mean, there's not going to be a 2021. Let's be honest.
So I'm trying to get a 3080 this year.
2020 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Hopefully next year.
Man, and I thought we were going through some like fucking Mad Max shit when that one hurricane, what was that one really bad hurricane from
Irma?
Last year? Yeah, where it was like a category 6 and people were like knocking over like gas trucks and crap. I'm like, this is straight out of Road Warrior, but like this is
nope.
Like,
2021 starts with a toilet paper shortage.
Yep, and it's gonna end with people like inhaling chrome paint and like drinking gasoline.
Oh, it's acknowledge me. Jesus Christ.
Notice me, senpai.
He just set himself on fire. Oh my god. It's hard to not notice.
Jesus Christ. I mean, you gotta give the man for his dedication.
Serious commitment. Oh man.
And you know there's a couple, it's like, why can't you be like that?
Yeah. 2021 is gonna be a good year. I'm really interested to see what happens on Inauguration Day. That's gonna be fun.
Okay, so there's been a lot of the idea that like, hey, at least it's not insert whatever shit we're going through right now. That makes like the bare minimum that much more appealing.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. This is just like the perfect culmination of like all sorts of incompetence. Like,
when you keep like really postponing the writing your essay, you keep doing it, and then like it's like due the next day. This is 20. That's what 2020 is. Working on a 15-page essay the night before, and you haven't even started with it.
all of the people that are in charge right now are the people that were doing the homework as the teacher was correcting it.
Oh fuck!
Like just, oh my fucking god!
No, the crazy part is that somebody posted on Facebook that apparently there's another unidentified virus in India that's popping up, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is something that doesn't really matter that much, and they're gonna figure it out. But right now, I wouldn't put it past 2020 that it's a new virus.
Did you see that that Twitter post where it was a news site and they're like, oh yeah, there was a Scottish lake was drained today, and they found a town that was frozen in time at the bottom of the lake, and someone's like, now is not the town that was frozen in time at the bottom of the lake.
Fill it back up.
Yeah. This is what happens when you drink the mummy juice out of the sarcophagus. Yeah. This is what we unearthed the mummy's tomb and all of the shit.
Exactly. I remember that.
I know a lot of people don't say causation isn't directly correlation, but I mean, come on. So,
God damn it, Egyptologists. Oh man.
God, they were right.
Yeah, no shit.
Right.
Oh,
I love how the entire premise of Death Stranding in particular was the Egyptians got it right. Like in terms of like how death works, like it's not I'm in heaven now. Like no, it's a process. Like you kind of have to go through something.
Oh damn! What a fucking year.
Oh jeez.
Wait, did Death Stranding come out this year?
No, it came out last year.
Okay. Yeah, holidays last year. I remember.
Yeah, it came out in November of last year.
Oh, man.
So,
Jesus Christ. Well, here's to a better 2021, hopefully.
And so this is Christmas.
Well, we're running out of time, but do you have anything, session highlights or anything like that you want to share?
I killed my character off.
You didn't kill your character. I wanted to kill your character off.
Yeah.
I wanted to set an example. Keep fucking around.
I mean, I wasn't fucking around. I'm being actually pretty cautious with my guy.
No, not to you, to everybody else.
Oh, okay.
To get him paranoid.
Oh, wait a minute. You said there was a moment in the beginning where one of us could just straight up die, right?
Yes.
When was that?
It was right. So it was. We never talked about that to the group either. But it was, if you didn't follow through with what Captain Zudge told you to do, he essentially would send 5 veterans to beat the shit out of you.
What do you mean if like we didn't do a Captain Zudge? Like the very
first thing when you like going to the tavern, the elephant song. Like if you started like fucking around, he would like send 5 people to like, hey, you guys gotta get. It was weird how it was written, because it was like, you know, saying he sends 5 veterans to like get you guys to do whatever you need to do, you know, and then it keeps going. It's like if they don't do it, then he shows up with the 5 veterans and kills you. And in my head, I'm like, if he can spare 5 veterans, why is he hiring? Right.
Yeah, don't think about it too
much. But
hard.
It legit said it was like one line, like just it kills the characters.
That's honestly the hardest part about making a homebrew adventure. You're like, okay, how do I justify this obviously overpowered NPC just not fixing the problem?
Right.
And it's like, oh,
the refugee crisis.
I'm actually, yeah, you know, so.
But yeah, Andrew was like, fuck rogues, they're the worst class, sends the Beastmaster Ranger.
Yeah, I'm like, rogues are fucking boring. I hate rogues. I spit on rogues.
whoever plays rogues, it's not a friend of mine.
Yeah, rogues suck. No, actually, what happened was that the conversation. Oh, speaking of Sean Connery, R.I.P.
Yeah, 2020 took a lot of good people. Anyways.
I mean, Sean Connery was like 90 something.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
And with that, now we're gonna play a 2-hour slideshow of all the people who left us in 2020.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
it's just a really slow moving picture.
Hey, Kobe Bryant also died.
Oh, that's true.
Not a big sports guy, but you know, it was pretty tragic how it happened.
That's actually like, I used to like whenever I throw stuff away, be like Kobe, and now I'm like Kobe. Oh.
Anyways, so your character.
Yes. So how the fuck?
I don't know what's wrong with us right now.
Anyways, it's the Nog, man. So the conversation got started when I was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about I'm actually thinking about multi-classing because I was playing an assassin rogue, and I'm like, I don't think coming up with like false papers and an identity is really gonna help when we're in actual hell." And you're like, "Yeah, I don't think so either." And then I'm like, "No, because we're like already, I think we're like level 7 or something like that." Okay. And it was something like, no, because if I try to multi-class now, I'm just going to be like a watered down warlock, or like we already have a bard. I'm not strong enough to be a paladin. I probably could have been a sorcerer. I didn't think about that until after the last session. I was like, oh, wait. But I'm like, I can't really think of a way to justify that. I'm like, oh, I was a dragon this whole time.
The parents was a dragon.
So it's like, whatever. And so, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to stick with my character. I have a lot invested in him. And like, I already came up with a story, and he's kind of going through an arc right now. And I'm like, wait a minute. I remembered something, and I broke one of my own rules. I'm sorry. I metagamed. And I looked in the monster manual.
Unbelievable. Andrew.
I looked in the monster manual. I'm sorry.
You're going to tell this to your game master? I can't. You're going to have negative everything all the time.
What do you mean negative everything?
Negative strength scores, negative inspiration. Your words are going to be, you have to speak backwards from now on.
I already have negative everything. I'm taking medication for it.
Oh, God. You got dark again. Andrew, bring it back up.
Anyways, so I was like, wait a minute. And I looked in the monster manual, and sure enough, because I was like, I'm going to get really invested in this poisoner's kit because I want to make all these cool poisons and stuff like that. Every fucking demon and fiend and whatnot is immune to poison. And I'm like, motherfucker.
To be fair, I should have, that never clicked with me for some reason. Like the fact that you're investing so much in like the poisoner's kit and all that. And I'm like, it never clicked in my head. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Because every time Howard attacked with like acid spray or like poison or whatever, I was like, oh yeah, it seems to absorb it, but it never clicked the fact that you're trying to like be like a master poisonous guy or whatever.
Yeah, I think was he using poison spray?
He used poison a couple times and then it didn't work.
I think maybe he was using chromatic orb and tried to use poison or something. And or if chromatic orb, he can't even do that. But and it was something like, okay, that was it. That was the clincher.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like my character is just going to be sneak attack guy. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I would actually like to like be useful to the group. Yeah. Because like at that point, I'm just going to be hanging back and just like, I'm just going to shoot an arrow. Is the enemy flanked? Okay, sneak attack. Just like, and I'm like, no, that's okay. I want to have fun. So then I came up with my barbarian character. Yep. Who I'm not going to talk about that much because I want people to see what he is first. I want them to experience the fury.
Yeah, well, it played out well too. At least you realized that at a time where like the whole like Ludovico arc was coming down to, it came down to a nice close. You know, his whole thing was like from El Terrell. His faith was threatened. You know, like his faith was shaky. And then he made it down to hell. He found how El Terrell looked. He was like shocked, like legit shocked for everything he saw, you know. And like, sure enough, you found Father Fioravanti, your adopted father, in there. And then like you guys did this whole like thing where you exorcised the demon out of spoilers by the way, Oldengard. And then he died. But then Lulu got her powers back, so she managed to bring it back. Anyways, it was like it wrapped up with a nice little bow, in my opinion. Ludovico's thing, because at the end, when the party was leaving, he's like, you know, guy, you know, the NPCs like gave the party a box with supplies for them to like trek down to Avernus, and then Ludovico did his goodbyes in that moment.
Yeah, and it's funny because I think a lot of people are misinterpreting that because I was like, I'm not joining you in hell, and people were like, wait, hold on, and I'm like, oh, wait,
and then everybody's like start like trying to look like persuasions and like glyph like 3 charm person in there.
I'm like, no, guy. Okay, hold on. I'm not actually leaving the campaign. I'm going to play a new character, and then everyone's like, oh, okay.
I felt that too because I was quiet when you were saying all that. I'm like, oh, they probably think that he's gonna leave the group.
I'm like, oh, okay. Listen, if there's actually a reason I need to drop out of the group for a bit, I will say it on the group chat. I will not throw this on you guys like at the 11th hour at the end of a session. Like, I will let you guys know. I will give you.
2020 has been enough, man. You can't drop this shit.
I can't join you guys in hell.
I got the Rona.
I can't taste it.
Oh God, no.
So, I mean, it's like, and like, I really hope people aren't taking it like, oh, he just wants to make a new character so he can be in the spotlight somewhere. I'm like, no. Believe me, this character is going to be a lot more useful, hopefully, if I think this campaign's going the way I think it's going. And he's gonna be a lot more useful to the group than just a guy that could do sneak attack damage.
3 episodes later, so I changed my character again.
Yeah, I got bored with that one.
But trust me, it wasn't because I'm trying. Yeah, no, it's a good character. I'm excited to see him. You're dying to play him, but like the next session we're playing Cyberpunk Riots.
I was like, do we have to?
Yeah. You're gonna miss that, and I hate you for that.
I might not miss it. I said
worst thing ever.
I said I might or might. Okay, you are taking this out of context.
I've been planning Cyberpunk Red for like a year now.
You're putting words in my mouth, okay? No, you needed to have been planning it for 17 years, okay? You need to get it on CD Projekt Red's level. Don't you point your finger at me, young man.
CD Projekt Red level. Okay, I'm gonna delay it again.
Yeah, delay it for another 7 years.
Until 2027.
Until 2077.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. You have anything else that you want to share? Or... Okay, yeah.
No.
All right.
We somehow managed to spend like an hour and a half literally talking about that. This is the Seinfeld of episode. If
you tag along, if you stayed with us, thank you so much for listening to our ugly voices. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate.
And he's not talking about staying with us like throughout the series. He's talking about this particular
episode. I'm so sorry. We can't do another gift guide because like not many things happened this year. Everybody's like at home.
Yeah, I mean, like,
surprisingly, a lot of like board games got delayed because of the whole COVID thing. So there's that. You know.
Yeah, there was actually. You're totally right about
two of my Kickstarters got delayed. I mean, they always get delayed, but they got delayed even more because of COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a wonderful holiday. Keep on gaming. Keep on. Make sure you join us live. Almost every Wednesday, and I say that with an asterisk only because holidays are coming. We might take a break. We are taking a break during like Christmas and New Year's.
We're gonna be taking like what 2 weeks. 2 week. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Break. Yeah. But this is the final episode for this year of Attack of Opportunity. We might be a season finale. I don't know.
No, this is the final episode.
Yeah. let's rip that Band-Aid 1 hour and 40 minutes after the episode is
because I'm gonna end our subscription to our
Podbean.
I'm pulling the plug.
Oh man, no, but for real. So this is our last episode for this year. I hope you guys have a great time with your family. Stay safe. The wave is being crazy. I am trying my hardest to like. I know it's a cliche because people are like, oh, I don't want to spend holidays with my family, but like for reals, COVID is kind of crazy right now. Worse than last year or worse than earlier this year.
Please, if you think you're even the littlest bit sick, get tested. There's tons of places that do testing.
And when you do get tested, if you do it yourself,
don't sneeze.
Sneeze.
God, you told me about that, and I physically recoiled at the thought.
The thing is that I was testing and I was pulling it out, and then the sneeze, I was holding the sneeze, and the sneeze just came out because it's a cotton swab. So like it tickled my nose, and it's like right.
I just imagine like there's like a really bright flash and just
and the Skyro intro starts.
I taste the devil.
But yes, make sure you're safe. Make sure you enjoy your holidays. Make sure you don't get sick.
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
Touch your face. Don't wash your hands.
Wash your face. Don't touch your hands.
What?
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus. Happy. Is there a Islam equivalent to it?
Okay. Happy everything. Happy New Year's.
Rosh Hashanah.
We will see you in 2021 if we make it, and none of our.
And when you're done with your tree, go outside and burn it. Burn it for the old gods.
Leave out a shot of whiskey for the gods too.
Yeah, it's really simple. All you gotta do, just take a cheap can of beer, wrap it on a shirt, boom, you got your sacrifice of linen and alcohol. That's all. Nobody did that at the beginning of 2020. I'm just fucking saying.
Hey, it worked for Irma, okay? It missed Orlando.
It actually did.
Yes, precedent. Jesus Christ. All right, well, good night, guys, and we'll see you next year in 2021. But make sure to join us next Wednesday live on Twitch for our live playthrough of a Descent into Avernus. Wow, I almost forgot the name of the game.
No,
I'm sorry, Cyberpunk Red.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jesus.
Well, the name of the adventure is The Apartment, which is like the lamest.
I was about to say, the name of the adventure is also Descent into Avernus. It's like, there's a street named Avernus, and that's, you have to make a drug deal.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be fun. So, hopefully. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful rest of your year, and I hope you're all safe and stay chill. But yeah, bye. I've been saying bye for like the past 20 minutes because you keep distracting me. Bye.
Well, no, I'm just saying, wear a mask, guys. Come on.
No, you can't tell me what to do.
I know my rights.
Yeah, just wear a mask. It doesn't.
Listen, I was getting my hair cut the other day, and no shit, some anti-maskers came in, and the lady at the counter was like, "You have to wear a mask at this establishment." Blah blah. And like the guy's like, "Well, fine. I'll just go find a barber that doesn't enforce that." And she's like, "Okay."
Yeah, I love it because they always think that they're like standing up for like human rights or whatever, but it's like. Like a little kid. Anyway, it's not politics here. All right. For the 40th time. Bye. You guys, thank you so much for joining us for a whole another year of more of Attack on Titan. We made it. We
did it.
Thank you guys. Bye.
I was going to say we survived 2020, but 2020
it is not over yet.
Oh, there's plenty of days left in this. So